Hi everyone, how you going? I hope you're having an amazing day, and for all those in Australia, happy Australia to you. Um, as you can tell, I don't really stop even on public holidays because I am not where I would like to be. I am doing everything I can to get to where I'd like to be. So, today I thought I would give a beginning standpoint as to how to consider how you spend your resources, right? And behind me is a basic list of money resources, but there's also resources of time. Okay, there's also resources of the things you already have around you, and as we've established in previous live videos, if you realize that to give up everything and to live in the Kalahari as a bushman, or to give up everything and live as an Australian Aboriginal or a South American Indian, these are options available to us, which means absolutely everything in our lifestyle currently is a choice. Okay? And the way I see things when I'm trying to help someone start to begin to think about a budget is that you're either aiming for this side or you're aiming for this side. All right? And intrinsically within you, you already know the things you're doing right now that are leading to either side or straight up the middle. Okay? Intrinsically, you already know that water is the best drink you can have, especially clean water. All right? That doesn't always mean filtered, it means clean. All right? Some places the filters aren't as good as what they are, but if it's better than toxic, you're doing well. If you've got a healthier mindset and everything else, your body will make up for some shortfalls. There are ways of getting clean water from the top of a river just by skimming the top first centimetre or so, if the river doesn't have oily film in the top of it. And then there's ways of filtering that water if you need to by using sand and charcoal and those types of things as well, if you ever needed to out in the wilderness. Otherwise, for all intents and purposes, clean, decent, rainwater, is your healthiest drink. Okay, you can also get water from plants. You can get it from tubers. You can get it from fruits. It's got a bit of extra sugar in there, but you can still get those natural things. Intrinsically, if you're getting a hamburger, whether you're getting it from a relatively healthy place or not, because there are healthy ways of doing it. Right? If you're using non-bleached, non-refined flour in the bread, and you're using olive oil or avocado oil or coconut oil to cook the meat and the onions, and and you use those types of things instead of butter, and you have beetroot and eggs, and you can do it healthy, but intrinsically whether or not you're buying a burger that's healthy or not. Alright? If it's McDonald's, then the burger you're buying is about 3 molecules away from being pure plastic. Right? And that's why it doesn't rot for over 20 years. And if it doesn't rot for 20 years, you're not getting any nutrition from that thing at all. There's nothing in it except plastic. You got to remember, like I've said in earlier videos, that anything that has preservatives is not for you. The preservatives are there to make the food look prettier on the shelf for longer. Right? And there's a whole shitload of preservatives in the McDonald's burgers and others like them, right? So much so that they will not degrade, they will not rot for 20 years. Okay? And if it's not going to... Our bodies are designed to rot food. That's how we get the nutrients from food. Okay, so anything that I ate for breakfast this morning, that is being digested now. And the next day or so, that will pass through in a healthy digestive system. Right? That's how you get nutrition. But if you're just having a McDonald's burger, it's it's not even going to be consumed. It's not going to have anything taken out of it. It's at most just going to be broken down into muck. That is essentially broken down plastic. But intrinsically you know whether or not you're aiming for here or for here as to how it's cooked, who's cooked it, like what methods they've used. Then you got the investment of your dollars. What are you investing it in? Okay, I was meant to do this part first. Are you investing it in fancy cars? Are you investing it in foods that you can't digest? Because I can tell you right now, one of the things that as Kelly and I got healthier and healthier and healthier, our food budget went down from 800 down to 120. From 800 down to 120 a week, our food budget, just by eating healthier and healthier and healthier. We also, we're not perfect, we also had to cut out smoking. The smoking cut down around the same amount, down to nothing, because we both quit smoking. I quit smoking 14 and a half months ago. Kelly quit smoking 26 months ago. That's made a big difference to our budget, right? And in that time, we've made ourselves worth $11 million worth of property, and are growing everything else in our lifestyle to make that a more of a reality. Okay, like I've said in a couple of videos ago, $11 million doesn't look like $11 million. It's a thing that's you'll see the progression later. It's almost never immediate. But yeah, so eating healthier was a case of, dropping that to that. And we, of course, got healthier, fitter, dropped 30, 40 kilos. And even though we've managed to keep the amount of sex over the years really high quality, we've increased the quality even more. Because you can do a lot better positions when you're not, unhealthy. And then there's a thing of cars. You don't actually need to upgrade your car to the newest model and stuff every time you can, right? And then the biggest cost out there seems to be the TV. The TV will cost you thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars and hours, and it'll make you think that you have to spend this to get this and that type of thing all the time. All right? This thing here will make you... This thing here basically... Right? If you want money, get rid of the TV. It really is that simple. But the way Kelly and I try to help people and stuff get to begin to take care of their budget and just begin thinking about their budget is to realize every choice as far as using money is leading to either that side or that side. Right? Very rarely does it aim for just down the middle. Right? Very rarely does it aim for that. Right? It's usually aiming there or there. And it only takes one big drama to happen to your life to shift you right in one direction or the other. And most of the time the dramas send you that way. Most dramas send you that way. Okay? Except in some cases divorces where they were quite well off and one came out the winner. Well, what they call the winner, but in divorce there is no such thing as a winner. There's one that came out more financially better off than the other, but at the end of it, if you're considering divorce, then you're considering the idea of, one, the slim pickings out there, and two, you just hurt someone that you loved because you said something else was worth more than this thing you've invested years into. Okay? So, It's like there's no real winner in a couple that's fighting all the time, because sleeping on the couch, well, it's not a win for either person. The person who's sleeping in the bed is feeling alone and upset and wondering whether they could have handled that better, and the person on the couch is thinking, why the hell am I on the couch? You know, and many other things, I'm sure. You know, it's the thing of like, where are you investing your time and your resources, right? Because because at the end of every day, every single choice, whether you choose to do something or choose not to do something, is most of the time leaning this way. Right? It takes self-discipline to turn it this way, right? It requires energy and focus and understanding that to get cool stuff in your life requires effort, right? Anyone that wins the lotto always ends up back over there, right? Cross lotto winners Cross lotto winners always end up back over here because they didn't do any of this work to prepare, all the work in between to prepare. Okay? And intrinsically, we know what these things are. Are we investing our time in our relationship? Are we investing our time into our health? Right? Are we reading the labels of things we eat and drink? Right? Are we learning something from the things we watch and listen to? All right. So for example, one of Kelly and I's favorite types of shows to watch, and yes, we will watch shows on like Netflix on DVDs, right? Because there's no commercials, there's no, outside influences outside of the thing that we're choosing to watch, right? But the main reason we both love sci-fi or science fiction, right, is because in the best sci-fi, you always have mismatched personalities and people who accept each other in the team as they are and what their best is, and support each other in their best and grow with that. They're not usually fighting against each other. They're trying to make some cool shit happen, and have a really great result, right? By coming together, accepting everyone in the group as they are and what their best is, and encouraging their best, right? And moving forward and creating some really cool stuff. Okay? And as a side effect, we get entertained with the explosions and everything as a result of that and stuff. Yeah, it's really cool stuff. But the point is and stuff, we get to see them win the day. We get to see them win the results. We get to see them even create their own relationships within the group. We get to see them negotiate. We get to see them discuss and how they resolve conflicts within the group so they can keep moving forward. Alright? And this is why one of the reasons why I love that type of genre and why Kelly loves that type of genre as well. Okay? Even though I suspect that some of them and stuff, it's just because Chris Pratt's in there and she has a thing for that, But like, who knows? My point is and stuff that we're always watching something that is reinforcing who we are or building on who we are. Okay? We don't watch pointless dramas because it's pointless drama. We might watch a romantic comedy every now and again and stuff, just for a bit of a laugh. But every romantic comedy is exactly the same story. They start off here, go down here, then go back to where they were, or a little bit better maybe. And then they don't tell you how they manage the rest. They just think they're happy ever after, and it's just ridiculous concept. Happily ever after requires work. It requires growth. So the way to begin to get charge of any budget, not just of money, but of time and other resources, is to realize that everything you choose on a day-to-day basis is either swinging you that way or swinging you that way. right? So it can't, on a day-to-day thing, it would look kind of like this, right? You might do a couple of things here that push you that way, but like if you don't fix the small stuff, you can't turn that curve around. So, and I'm seeing this a lot. So I thought I would do this to kind of like simplify the idea. And like, if you know you've just spent $100 on beer, well, is that really healthy? Yeah, okay, you might have one every few months. It might be the only beer you have for the rest of the year, perhaps. But like, do you have to have the whole carton? You know, same with the burger. There's a really healthy way to do it, and there's a really unhealthy way to do it, and unfortunately, most ways are unhealthy. Um, you know, so just some things to help you out because, yeah, I want to see you all make best use of your resources. And that doesn't mean just with me, I mean like in general for your lives. I would like you to see you use your resources really, really well and improve your life by leaps and bounds. Okay, because no one can actually, well, almost no one can save their way to $3 million house and $10 million liquid cash lifestyle. It doesn't happen in savings. It happens with effort and it happens with investing and it happens with choices. All of this is a choice. Alright? To be over here is a choice, to be over there is a choice. This one requires the least amount of effort. But do you really want that? Right? If you're in this group and you've progressed this far, I'm guessing you want more of that. You know? So, that's as simple as I could possibly make it for today to get you guys started on thinking about it. And really, like I said to one of my clients yesterday, if you've got a partner in your life that you love and you respect and you want to grow with, sit down with them. Have a look around at all the things you've already made and ask each other, well, if we've already made this, what if we put some extra effort into each other and our lifestyle? And what else do you think we could build together? What else do you think we could create and build together? And let each other think and talk forward. So, anyway, I will leave you all to it. I'll see you all again tomorrow, and I hope you got some value out of this. Please do hashtag live if you watch this live, hashtag replay if you watch the replay, and hashtag value if you got some value out of this, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.